lawyer Martin Kpebu, in fact, private legal practitioner na OSP Detained enra na interesting because enra no na OSP ene no ekushia because we making a series of allegations and etia OSP say or incompetent na osan corrupt say yehwe sa OSP ne Martin Kpebu case ya it date back in 2024 ebra the first time OSP ebe press conference amokaya obeto ankwanoma Daddy Lumba Charles Kwadwo Fosu a wonya ne ba abikro no nwumo a oto de ankwanoma me de mekra ba for de me ye de emetumi bia me breast wana mikro ankwanume anume ene OSP ebeto anwumi na ne point ya na o make nyina ne say at the time wana odi ni djuma as OSP no back in 2024 was say a lot of state institutions were not helping him. In fact, what the case court na we say delay no na say ade no apa ho. In fact, no say we making a series of progress on cases are working on, but now we need the needed collaboration. Na eno ana lawyer Martin Kpebu legal practitioner say near kisi ajabea on OSP ekebia no enya no kre now Samukaya on KSM show ana KSM interview kisi ajaben and say what really happened because Kenuforiata o ma hu say oye lead suspect so obi lead suspect here na obeboa in most of cases are filing against him no how did Oforiata leave and say oh Ghana for asemba amunya botre. Let's face reality. Let's face facts. Samokaya ye nyina eni say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government Adodi Adogaga Ado Showboy na ne cousin ene Kenuforiata. So I mean let's face facts. Bibi en wono na abeya you can override the powers of His Excellency Akufo-Addo. Enti Ghana for asemba na say mo kan ya amunya botre. I wrote letters to state institutions like NIB, BNI. Sa collaboration and can make person be boa me am arrest ni nyina no. Well, I didn't get any proper feedback from them. In fact, I say at the time na okasa asem the Akufo-Addo government and the state institution na it was controlled by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. I say the airport was controlled by Nana Addo Dankwa. The police was controlled by him. The BNI was controlled. In fact, engineer achichere nensa gunachi oya no hwea enye ye. Eno na lawyer Martin Kpebu say enye no kre. And say wetie lawyer Martin Kpebu a say Ken Oforiata ene gabi ochire nyina no. Oh kisi ajabe no. You have worked with them in the past. And how can you arrest any power na adwuma pen? And yeah, say utie ne kase mu I was say one kasa kisi ajabi. You watched Ken Oforiata flee from the country. Was it 1 or 2 or 2 and okay? And they say kase obi incompetent na you kisi ajabi no. We incompetent. Na enya no kwa he also made some allegations say there was one particular case and one guy by the name Kingsley. He had to be arrested. But case ni kopie kisi ajabi anim. And according to kisi ajabi guy Kingsley guy no had to be freed. Adanya reason ebusa and say adintina ojana was say oh he's my friend. And the lawyer Martin Kpebu our legal person was say case ni nyina ne sa issue ni nyina he has it on his plate. And he said ba say o me provide evidence and the allegations are why edia kisi ajabia was say he has all the evidence backing claims you know. And the sa nyama we no nyina and now some OSP told him at the fair and said, well, these are the allegations are why your boss, Kisi Ajabe. So come and assist us with investigation. Now, and you may know. And a young and yes, yachi, lawyer Martin Kpebu. Na areho, na sefim. Or say on Tiasie, DNTia, or no arrest, because prior to his arrest, there's a wapon ma assisted with investigation. Now, the movement mu no one lawyers nenam And or Koba said, there was a interview. In the interview, they say he had to move out. He had to move a few perimeters away from a OSP office. Now, I think the hot no need so you need be enya akasa. In fact, was it as a so you need catch no, then you are home. Now, no so care be the chair no. And it was a no, and I say, a Koba said, yes, or book so you need no ne a ye and penufu no, or book be enmity. And the Anon Koba said, I was a yachino. Now, every year, and yet. A hokwa na ni jana eso no say ene kisi ajaben wonyina ye because he has filed additional allegations against him. In fact, initially no a lot of allegations, but says he was in allegations kwa de e kosoro kra no say on tias ye de ntia OSP a whole OSP office umomu de sojafo emom na yi wadwuma meanwhile a police for mom na also no me adwuma na say adwuma no eboro so a ana you seek for the help of the army. And there was one tears because a police in Yana or office war. Now, soldier need one in Nia, Akasakasa. So, there's a police in no crowd as a home, what book Essie, a crowd as Edison, a yes soldier in and you want tears, dear, a yes soldier for Mumna. I was a handle, a year, the detainment and answer and arrest. In fact, or can send be now, a year lawyer Martin Kpebu, needs him to be our kind. And after his release.
Some breaking news coming in as the story unfolds quick and fast. The very fluid situation we've had over the last few hours. The information that we have is that Martin Kpebu, private legal practitioner, has been released. That is the information we have right now. This is some breaking news coming through right now from our sources close to the Special Prosecutor's Office. We did indicate to you that he had been moved from the National Intelligence Bureau facility to the Special Prosecutor's Office. This is it. Let's go to the Special Prosecutor's Office right now. This is it. This is Martin Kpebu. This is live. It's live right now. We're live from this location. Martin Kpebu has been released right now. This is live. We're crossing over right now and to speak to Martin Kpebu. Martin, take it over right now. Let's hear from the man, Martin Kpebu. And this is it, what you're seeing, live videos right now. Martin Kpebu, private legal practitioner, has been released. This is breaking news coming through right now. Martin Kpebu, in the company of some lawyers and relatives, loved ones, he has been released right now, and we'll rectify the audio connection.
I didn't do anything that deserves an arrest. So somehow it was like like a fairy tale. So my spirits were still up. I mean, when I was taken into custody, I was here to, be undressed, and then you do the custody gowns and those. So my spirits were still very high because I knew that I hadn't done anything wrong. Look, what they've actually done is that this is a suicide mission that Kisie Jabin's OSP has embarked on. Yeah, he can pretend he has nothing to do with it, but he's the head, okay? The one who called the policeman to arrest me, he's called Seth Ablomensa. He's the chief of staff at the OSP. He's the one who directed Mr. Opoku, the policeman, to arrest me, right? And what was it? You see, earlier on in the day when I went in there, I came out to grant an interview. So when I returned, then there was a soldier. Can you imagine? We'll come to what a soldier is doing at the OSP, performing police duties. We'll leave that aside. But when I got back into the OSP, then one of the soldiers told me, and by the way, they weren't wearing name tags. They didn't have name tags, and yet they were performing police duties. And there were two policemen too. So one of the soldiers told me that, but we allowed you to park. You see, the tone we allowed you to park was like, even parking was a favor. So I didn't understand. Next time, when you come in here, we will not allow you to go out. So I retorted that, no, he has no right to curtail my rights. In any event, I'm just there to help. Right? They said, come and give further information. I'm not under any investigation. I'm not a suspect. I'm not an accused person. So then I continued going. Then a colleague of his, another soldier, then shouted to me that next time I do that, I will see. That's what I said, next time. So that kind of threat, the Ghanaian English, next time you do that, you will see. In Ghanaian English, that means he will cause me some harm. You will see. There will be consequences, even if it's not physical harm, but there will be consequences. So I turned and gave him the same answer that no, he has no right. I'm not a suspect. Even a suspect, can you do that? So I said he had no right. Then next thing I knew, he said, I'm stupid. That's what the soldier said. The soldier said, I am stupid. Oh, of course. So I turned back and told him that he's also stupid. So we exchanged a few words. And then one of my lawyers pulled me for us to go in. We went, and then, as usual, the OSP chose to present employees. When we had made it clear at the second meeting that, look, considering that almost all of my allegations are against Kisi Ejabin, who is a special prosecutor, and these are his subordinates, the subordinates can't do much about their bosses. Martin, they say do that. Can you investigate, if let's say, Mr. Nyama, your this COO? You can't investigate Mr. Nyama, much less the MD. So that's the same thing. And even before I was invited, Ghanaians had said it on various social media and private messages to me that how can OSP investigate itself? But you know me, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I thought that as long as they can do something to accommodate, that to show independence, I'm willing to give the information. In any event, I'm almost done. I'm presenting the petition to the president for onward submission to the CJ. I have a lot of charges. As I'm talking to now, I have over 15 charges against Kisi Ejabin. I'm not running away from this fight. So the least they shouldn't have even tried it. You don't try such a thing. You see it? You don't try such a thing. It just tells you the very incompetency. My arrest and detention underscores the incompetence with which Kisi Ejabin sat down and allowed Oforiatta to run. Kisi is not up to scratch. Kisi has never been up to scratch. Because you see, how would you arrest Kpebu? When I'd already said it, today is 3rd December. I mentioned on 2nd of November, you can check on the key points, that I'll be presenting a petition for his removal. So such a person like me, and you know me, once I say I'm going to do this, I'll do it. So just stay clear of. Look, I don't mind the arrest, even assuming the exchanges with the soldier were illegal and so amount to something that they want to arrest. Remember, in law, there's a difference between arrest and detention. The arrest is you tag the person. You are under arrest, I'm investigating you for so and so offense. So when you are done, admit the person to bail, right? Then let the investigations continue. Can you imagine Seth Ablomensa said, yes, they were admitting me to bail, but I should bring a property in my name. For what? So a soldier insults me, Martin, you are stupid. And I also tell him you are stupid. That's the effect of the words.
So that's
and
the reason why you were detained.
Yes, that I should bring property in my name. And where's the indenture? Fortunately for me, my office is just about 10 minutes from the OS. I have indenture in the office. So when we argued, my lawyers argued for about 15, not that continuously 15. My lawyers made a plea that, look, I should be given self-recognizance bail, right? And then said, Ablomensa said, okay, he would go consult. So he stepped out. So we thought it was going to be a favorable response. So when then subsequently he came in about 15 minutes and said, no, they would not do so. They will not vary the conditions to give self-recognizance. So then I told Mr. Marcelinus Bia, one of my lawyers who accompanied me, okay, Marcel, go to the office. I have indenture in my name. Just bring it. And my office is just, you can see, you can attest. There's less than 10 meters drive to the OSP. So Marcel came, long story short. So Mr. Ablomensa asked that I be handcuffed and taken into custody, that it was too late. And that even when we brought the indenture, they would have to do verification. So practically talking about justification, for exchanging words with a soldier who didn't know the writing. He's not supposed to be performing police duties. A soldier performing police duties in the OSP. You see the very thing we're talking about. Article 210 of our Constitution is clear that, look, you soldiers for war and then maybe some development activities. But here you have the police, two policemen in there. And so if anything, if you think the building is under threat, anything, you use the soldiers as backup. But if you go to the OSP, the soldiers are performing frontline duties. You see, this thing I've been mentioned that soldiers are taking away the work of the police. You see it has manifested. It's not only in the Galamsey fight. Now, ordinary OSP OSP, soldiers have taken away the work of the police, performing frontline duties. Everything the building is under threat, let the soldiers be at the back. Let the soldiers be at the back. What are they doing frontline? And there was a policeman. Now, let me repeat with all the emphasis. Look, get it. You see, as I mentioned, the policeman who initially came and told us to move, we shouldn't do the interview where we were. You know, when I came in, he said nothing to me. He's Mr. J. I don't see his first name. Usually they'll just put the surname. J. He stood there. He was quiet. Then I went past him. But these soldiers who couldn't contain it. So you see that there's a difference in the training. Police are trained differently from soldiers. Soldiers is war, high aggression. So for them, they couldn't contain it. So the policeman who came and, just like we're doing this interview, told us to move from the, we're not on the direct frontage of the OSP. The interview was being done on an ECG facility, which is near the entrance. So perhaps ECG to provide backup electricity for OSP and the other buildings in the area. But when you go there, you see that this is an ECG facility. So that's where the interviews were being granted. But even then, when Mr. J, the policeman, came and said we should move, the Joy News cameraman and Fatal, the journalists who were interviewing me, they were questioning his authority because for them, they were clear that this is an ECG facility, not OSP. Look, their camera, I'm sure, were live. It will bear me. I had to intervene that, look, I don't want to argue. You see, like we say, to paraphrase, when you go hunting for an elephant, don't concern yourself with rabbits, snails, and those things. No. We knew that Kisi Ejambe must leave because he's incompetent, he's corrupt, etc. That's the thing. So I didn't want the story to expand. So the moment the policeman, Mr. J, said we should move, you will even see, I'm sure their camera, the Joy News camera will capture. You see me pushing them that, no, let's go. I don't want an argument. So I pushed them. So we went off the ECG facility and did the interview further off. Then I walked in. When I walked in, so the policeman who came and asked us to move, so I met him. He didn't say anything. I bypassed him, still going to the OSP yard. Then these soldiers who have bad temperament, you see, like I said, very bad temperament, their work is not police duties. I don't know what is so, dangerous about Kpebu that you have soldiers supplanting police, soldiers taking over police duties.
But what happened when you went in after the conversation with the OSP officials there? Was it after that you came out and was arrested? At what point did they say that you were under arrest?
Right in there. I didn't come out. So you see, these soldiers, this exchanges with one of the soldiers. Remember, the first one asked me when I replied, he stepped out. Then the shorter one, he couldn't contain his anger. I think he has anger issues, right? So he's the one I had the exchanges with. That was it. When I went upstairs there was nothing. Ablomensa had no. They sought to ask us the questions. And you know, this is the third time. We had told them that, like I said, Martin Isi that you cannot investigate Mr. Nuyama, your chief executive operations officer. You can't, much less your MD. So from day one, we've been telling them that no, listen, most of my allegations are against Kisi Ejabin and then Albert Akrugu. Albert Akrugu is the director of asset recovery and management. So the first day, can you imagine, Albert, who is one of the persons had accused, sat down and sought to receive information from me. So my lawyers raised and said, but Albert, Martin Kpebu has named you as one of the persons who should be leaving. I mean, you are part of the problem because there is a petition against Albert Akrugu and Kisi Ejabin Ashraj, right? So when we did that, then, and also raised that generally, even when you took out Albert, the other two are not senior to Kisi Ejabin, so it will not work. That was the first meeting, so then we had to go. Then they said they will reconstitute and call us. They reconstituted and made us appear before Albert Paddington and then said Ablomensa. That was the second meeting. So then my lawyers raised it once again that no, this can't happen. That day I was in the company of lawyer Marcelinus Bia and my other colleague, right? And then lawyer Jakwasu also is our lead counsel, Agweshi Jakwasu, right? So we raised it by Agweshi Jakwasu was not in the meeting room. He was somewhere in the building. Now, so we said no, listen, find people senior to Kisi Ejabin in the OSP in order for us to give that. Yes, because if you bring Kisi's subordinates, no, they want promotion. You know, even in the military, there is a lot of politics. You hear the word eye service or face fine. You ask soldiers, up to a certain level, you will no longer get promotion unless you are politically aligned. So eye service, face fine, and those things. So I knew that no, if you give this to subordinates, they may sell the information for promotion. Even if they don't, okay? Even if they don't, a bystander, okay, will think that there will never be justice because you are going to investigate your boss. Who born dog? It won't happen. Neither Ghana nor elsewhere. Most, no matter how courageous even the subordinates are, I'm saying that a bystander seeing that a subordinate is about to go and investigate his boss, it won't. No, that's not justice.
Did they tell you? I mean, so at what point did they tell you that they were moving you from the OSP's office to the NIB?
Oh. When listen, what do you call? They didn't even tell me that it's NIB. So all Seth Abloh Mensah did was that he told AJ, the policeman, to handcuff me. So he did, and then so you see how it is. You see why we need law reforms. I had no opportunity to call my wife and kids and family. No, I had no opportunity at all. So they just bundled me. You see, to add insult to injury, do you know who came to escort me? The first soldier who questioned me and I replied, but who kept quiet. Yeah, he came to escort me. So you see that it's victory for them. That you dare to stand up to rise. So I complained. I said, how can the man who even started this whole exchange be the one to escort me? So a soldier came to escort me when there are police. So based on my complaint, when we got to the entrance, then Mr. J, who now had to drive the vehicle, asked the soldier to get down so that a policeman will come and say, meanwhile, what are we looking for? This particular case, it brings up a lot about the way the Ghanaian has lost faith in the police service, so much so that everything you want soldier. Look, the policeman who came, he was far taller and muscular than the soldier. So what is it? Why is it that we like too much of just is it the uniform? Because in terms of physique, if you saw the policeman, the police also have the well-built, and he's far more well-built, taller, physically imposing than the soldier who got down. And the other soldier is very diminutive, very diminutive. So I don't even know why you be placing so much on the, you want soldiers. Were
you told what charges would be preferred against you, or you didn't get to that level? And if that, whilst you were in their premises, what happened? What was the conversation like? No,
so I was told that for obstruction of a public office or something like that. Yes, obstruction. So it only meant the soldier. Now soldier is performing police duties. I don't even know. Yes. Meanwhile, if they have this, I have witnesses. My two lawyers were present. They saw it was the soldier who first insulted me. I can't insult a soldier when he has not done anything. But the moment he insulted me, then that meant that he's not respecting his uniform. So how would a civilian? So you see the very reason we even say, look, don't bring them into the to mix with civilians. Keep them. There's a reason why there's a barracks. They say, look, let them do war. Maybe if there are bridges, some developmental activities, let them go and do. No, don't bring soldiers to perform police duties. That's there because the guy clearly had no temperament for this. We don't.
Are you expected to go back to the OSP? How did you conclude before we were told that they brought you back to your office? What was the final conversations like?
I should come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Yeah, I have my indenture. Myself was ready to take it. 10 minutes. Abloh Mensah said no.
So you are still expected to come and justify
It looks ridiculous. They just said I should report as well. I hope it won't be. Because, Martin, this is serious. So, a few exchanges with a soldier who had no business performing police duties. You say I should bring indenture. That's title deed. You need a full house as bail conditions. We are dead. But this is an opportunity for law reforms. It tells you how some public officers can abuse their office. You see, the whole office set up Mensah, yes, they can see their boss is about to leave. They are not happy. I think he can foresee that he also lose his office. So because of that, he's trying to do something to protect Kisié Jabin. Because I understand Kisié Jabin saying he had no knowledge. What kind of training did he give the staff? If he didn't give them high-handed training, why would Seth Abloh Mensah be asking me for an indenture over a matter of a few words with a soldier who started the whole thing?
Counsel, we are grateful that you made time to speak to us. Maybe last one before I go. Whilst the NIB premises, what exactly happened? What exchanges or conversations went on?
NIB, so I was taken in, and then there was some paperwork, so you have to fill in. And then, yeah, you fill it. You know, the one that struck me was that even I had this complimentary card. Even that one was recorded. If you have this, Yeah, they said, do I have anything? I checked all my packets and said no, because my phones and everything I had left in the car, right? So, but when I dipped in my packet, I saw the complimentary card and then this nose mask. So the nose mask they didn't mention, but the complimentary card, I heard one of the officers telling another one to write in terms of property that I have. So they'll count everything. So they said 1 jacket, 1 black trousers, 1 belt, 1 white shirt. Then they asked, are you wearing a singlet? I said yes. What color is it? White. White singlet. 1 shoe. The hat. Everything. And the complimentary card. So they had to document everything I had come into that place with, and then I was asked to sit so that the other processes would be gone into, and then fortunately they didn't finish, and then I got bail.
All right. Thank you so much, and we hopefully will see how this will finally eventually play out.
The petition will go. The petition against Kisei Jabi will go. Look, I can say. It depends. Now that they see they've disrupted me, if tomorrow I'm able to get enough, it's possible it can go tomorrow, if not Monday. But we are at charge number 15. A lot of things are wrong. Look, you know, even this arrest, I can bet you that it's going to annoy more Ghanaians who know more bad things like you said. They will flood me. You will see the charges will double. That's how the charges have been increasing. I'm getting information left, right, center. So this arrest is even going to annoy those who have been cautious, because now they see that, the guy is emboldened to now abuse his office to attack innocent citizens. You will see how I'll get more evidence. He will go. Kisei Jabi has to go. There's nothing that will save him.
Thank you so much. So we've been coming to you live from the private office of Martin Kpebu, who a few hours ago was detained by the special prosecutor and coincidentally was sent to the offices of the NIB. And just a few minutes after, about 10, getting to 11, he is now a free man and says that a luta continua. So here at TV3, we'll definitely keep very close tabs on this and update you subsequently. Back to you in the studios.
O se ade ba ko a ehye no kra na ha no ye se wantimi amfre ne yire wantimi amfre ne ma se asem sei ana asie. Meanwhile, onu nso kra lawyer Martin Kpebu, o say he is not the one under investigation. He is only assisting with investigation. O say ne onu angaza o lead suspect no kra no. Weja no amwoko no onu a onwom ne eboa ehwemu no onu mom na mo arrest no. And he was right from here, he's going straight to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, we file a petition against the removal of the OSP. Ebusia, Island TV plan. Send your first time one. You best say, like it, no share, no subscribe, video, no after front so, and you be share,